Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Innkeeper. Today we're playing some Timberstone Land of Islay Season 3. Look at this. Fantastic. What did we do last episode? We created this watermill, as you can see right here. I did say that I would lower the watermill by 1 layer, and I have done so, and I think it looks significantly better now, other than sort of having it look like it's standing on the water. Instead, now it looks like it is using the water to turn around and actually be a proper watermill, which is pretty great. We also made a chisel around this, well, it's sort of a trim, I suppose, around our moat edge right here. I think it makes the moat actually stand out a little bit more. We're probably going to work a little bit more on that later. We also made ourselves a nice pathway through the farming sector, and we mined out some of the land. Also chopped down some of the stones over here and some of the stones over here. And we got attacked by wolves, which is pretty fantastic because we killed them off very, very easily. So what we're going to do in this episode, well, hopefully we'll actually be able to get our farm sorted out. I'm thinking we're going to have some farmland across this side right here because there's a lot of space. So it sort of future-proofs us, so that when we have a lot of people, we'll be able to expand the farm to, I think, a decent degree. This sort of whole space that we have right here. And we've got a building. I'm thinking there we have a small building or maybe a large building connected to... We could have a large... I'm having an issue right now, okay? There's a conflict of interest between what I want and what I could do. Being what I want to do is I want to make a big building right here that has sort of a few sleeping quarters and then a storage room that is connected to this watermill. That also looks like it like grinds wheat or whatever. Obviously, that's a windmill, but still, you know, ideas are basically being made right there. That's something that we could do. And then on this side, we can have ourselves probably a tree farm. Like, this is all a decent space. I think we have 42 saplings on us right now. I did double check 42. There we go. So yeah, we could probably fit a decent amount of trees in there and get a decent yield of wood without having to run on out and do anything silly. But first, before we do all of that, we probably want to go ahead and get our walls set up. At least, not all the way set up, but just sort of 2 blocks up so that we know roughly where the walls are going to be. But before we do that, I also want to check what our design is actually going to be for our walls. Now, we are creating some timber and bricks, and we have quite a lot of bricks, I believe. If we just go up here, we have... Oh, no, it says it right there. 4,488 bricks. That's pretty good. I'm almost thinking to myself that we should get these walls done, but nope. Bigger problems are ahead of us right now, and I think it's a good idea to actually get all of the farming areas set up first, since it is something that we've been working on for a little while. So let's see. If we go ahead and go to construction, and let's see what our wall idea is really going to be. I think before we do that, it's a good idea if we change all our miners into builders, or at least we'll have one miner. This sort of protocol right here. So if we just turn everyone into a builder, and... I think... No, we got a level 5 miner right here, so you can go ahead and be... Yeah, Els can do that. Radcliffe, you stay as a miner. We need one of them just to sort of fix any issues that we may have. My head is spinning right now. No, I'm not intoxicated. I'm not intoxicated. Go away. So, walls. So, what do we need right now? Because I'm thinking, like, timbered brick is a nice design to sort of start off with. And then in the middle, we can sort of fill it up with normal brick types. So I'm just sort of trying to figure out what we really want right here. Let's see what timbered brick looks like when it's like 4 up. 4 up's probably what we... Actually, we'll do 3 up, because we know what it's roughly going to look like if it's 4 up. And 3 up is easy, because I don't have to... Like, they can only mine 3 blocks up. So if we see timbered brick 3 blocks up, and then if we do the same, but only the middle can have a different sort of type of material, like full timber... Yeah, if we have full timber in the middle instead, we'll see what that looks like. Alright, so if we just speed this up. Now, we'll probably want to use a mix of stone as well. So if we go back to walls, what do we want instead? Because I'm thinking like we could use the castle brick, use the chiseled version, and then just sort of do the same here, but then timbered brick in the middle instead. So it's sort of like, they're all similar designs, but we want to just see which one is going to ultimately look better. So let's see. So this is the timbered brick by itself. It looks pretty good. I think it looks pretty good just the layer by itself there, actually. But we'll see. That doesn't look too great. We're still waiting for that last block though, so it might look pretty good after that. This is a pretty cool looking design. Just sort of the middle bit missing. Timbered brick does look pretty good though by itself. That doesn't look too great, so we won't be going for that. This looks quite interesting. If it all forms correctly, then I might go for it. But I'm worrying if this middle part's not actually going to form right. But we'll see what happens. For some reason, they're taking their time. I guess that's my fault, really, because I started building this in the worst spot. Tell you what, though, we'll get rid of this, because we're definitely not going to go for the stone one. Doesn't look too great. We could use it as pillars, maybe, but it doesn't look amazing. At the moment, it looks like the timbered brick is winning, though, because it looks very good. What are you doing? You run out of, like, mining abilities? Like stone... Wow, we don't have many stone hammers, do we? We should make some decent versions. Make like 10. Actually, 5 of these. Yeah, let's make 5 solid hammers. Oh, no. They've got a bunch, but they keep sort of going back and forth. It's really weird. Why are they going back and forth? Right, come on. We just need that last one to see how it morphs with... What are you doing? Come on, guys. Get up there. Maybe I just need to move some of them. They are bugging out really hard right now. Is it you? Do you hold the key? The key to save us all? To save the world? Bet you go back. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. Nah, I'm not too keen on that either. So it looks like just the timbered brick by itself is probably what we're going to be going for. Of course, it's not all going to be flat surface, though, so maybe it's probably not going to look as good as we would like it to. But I guess for now, if we go for like the 2 layers of timbered brick, I think, yeah, just the 2 layers of timbered brick around this area. I think we probably want it to go along here as well. I think that would help out. But I think we might also just want to do the flat stone along here because it works. But we'll see what we can really do. But I do feel like the timbered brick by itself does look a lot better, so I think we'll go ahead and go for that. So if we go for construction right here, walls, timbered brick. The outside has to be timbered brick. Obviously, we'll probably end up using like a different brick type that's going to accentuate itself from the outside. That is a good point. I don't want it to be exactly on the edge, because I don't think that would look too great. So I'm thinking like, we have one here, one here. We probably should do this 2 up. It's going to take us a while. Oh, no. We don't want that. Go up. Go up, damn it. Alright, there we go. I don't want you to... This is really tough to do on this angle. If we just go ahead and do it like this. There we go. So we want it to sort of poke out by one. Like this. Because then what we can have is we can have some like stone pillars and that lot that sort of help. Like similar to what we've got here. Some random stone pillars. But we can't mine in the water, you see. So we got to make it poke out by one more. There we go. It's got to be 2 blocks. Because no one can really go up that high. Like no monsters or anything like that. Yeah, that's good. Yeah? Yeah. Sure. Why not? So this is when it gets close to the water mill. And this is when we try and decide what we really want to do here. I think this bit can just do that. Right, yeah. So this is where we kind of stop on this side. How's that going to look? I think that might look pretty weird at first. But once we actually get the wall set up, it might end up looking fairly decent. It's just at the moment it looks strange because it's sort of going all over the place. But we'll see what we can do. I'm not too sure if we just want it to be sort of 1 block high and then have scaffolding up there and just a way to get up. That might be what we actually do on the outside parts. But it's just sort of a light defense and nothing can really make its way in the annoying way. So I think we'll just build up this side first. So if we go to build mode, everyone should be able to just sort of run out, start doing their own thing. You need hammers to work. That's fine if we just move that up. I think Islay's still a blacksmith, but she may be a stonemason. Yep, she's a stonemason. So if Islay could just go ahead and be a blacksmith, start making some stone hammers, because we do need them. And we also want to make sure that nothing is spawned. I did kill a bunch of wolves recently. If we just go to normal mode right here. It looks like a bunch of sheep. I'm really looking forward to getting some animals on the farm. What's this? It's like a random bit of... Oh, right. Okay, just a random pool. I thought it was a bit strange then. We've got some spiders around here. No big deal. Is that wolf still alive? No, okay. I thought it was running, because it looks like it's running from that angle. Fortunately, though, that is not the case. But yeah, I'm stuck at the top again. We just go down here. Oh, where am I? Beautiful. Yeah, so it doesn't look as good because of the angles. Like, these bits look alright. For some reason, that block isn't done all the way. Okay, they ignored it. It's fine. They're just ignoring it. So we want to use plaster quite a lot here to sort of try and go for a Tudor roofing design. If we just go ahead and find where the plaster is. I think it's right here. Yeah, plastered brick. No, not plastered brick. We want to go for pale brick. Yeah, timber plaster. There we go. So that's probably going to look pretty good when actually put together. In fact, we should really test it out just in case it ain't going to look good. It should be sort of traditional peaked roofs. So if we go ahead and... Where are we going again? There you go. Timbered plaster. We have to make some plaster first, I suppose. I'm not sure how to make that. Plaster. It is just raw stone and dirt. So we should make... It makes 4 for all of that. Right, okay. So we'll just sort of go ahead and make like 500 plaster. There we go. And we'll throw that on the top. A stonemason makes plaster. And that's what we need. So there we go. We got sort of our light defense. It does look a bit weird, though. I'm starting to think if maybe we just sort of go for straight walls and we just don't really care about any of the land that's on the edges. But I don't think we have that luxury. To be honest with you. I don't think we do have that luxury right now. And it doesn't look bad, because it gives us a decent amount of space, and I think later on, we're going to appreciate it. For its defensive value, that is. And on the outside, it'll probably end up looking a little bit better because of the amount of extra space that we have. So I think it's going to be fine. We'll just leave it like that for now. However, we'll do the same on the other side, and then we'll get everything sort of set up. So if we go back to construction and walls, timbered brick. Let's see if we just sort of do that. Actually, I want to do 2 blocks up. It's going to be awkward when we have to do this again. 2 blocks up thing. Oh. Probably hear me like tapping away. No! I hate when it does this. Get the angle again. Nope. What's going on? Okay. We could just use sort of a non-chiseled brick now that I think about it for the wood, but I'm not sure that would look too good. I like this. There we go. I like this. I was going to say something else then, but my brain sort of stopped working there. We all know this happens time to time. From time to time. Let it just happen then as well. See, this we've got to get rid of. So I think we just sort of stop there. And then we'll mine this out later on. So if we just sort of speed mode it. Now what we want to do is get all of our farmers to move back over here. I am thinking of getting the fieldstone built up around here. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and do so. Because it's going to stop enemies from just sort of walking around. Of course, they'll be able to do that now anyway, because they'll just sort of walk around this bit. But, yeah. But, yeah. Not great. Yeah, if we go back to fieldstone. There we go. Flatstone even. We just sort of get this lined up appropriately. It's going on the right line, right? Okay, it is. Wait, no, it's not. For some reason, we got one there. That's fine. We've got a block missing there, unfortunately, so that bit's going to look a little bit strange. So we just let it go out as far as it can. And then we'll do the same here. No, not there. That'd be terrible. Oh, there we go. I think right here, we can actually just make some walls. I think that's a good idea, because then they won't be able to climb over. So if we go to the timbered brick right here, move that up by 2. Beautiful. How quick is plaster when we're trying to make 444? So it's pretty quick by the looks of it, but what's the... Okay. Yeah, that's about right. Actually, that's exactly right. So that's good. The fail chance doesn't seem to be very high. Of course, we have got level 20 stonemasons, so let's not, you know, baffle around right here. We know that we have perfectly decent people. Also, what we have is a lot of strong ingots and a level 20 blacksmith. So really, what we should do is try to make a few more of these and try to make sort of the best kit that we can get in the game. I think that'd be a good idea. So if we have like the solid ingots right here, so if we make like a 10 more. Let's go to 20 more. Strong ingots, come on. If we can make strong ingot tools, then we may as well go all the way. But we do use the normal ingots for other stuff, so we've got to watch out there. So as you can see, what we need now is a lot of fences. Now I think for fencing, it's just normal logs, I believe. And I want to have the fences sort of along here with a few doors. It's going to be weird, actually, now that I think about it. We're going to construction, utility, fences. Let's just double check what we need for fences. Logs, okay. So 2 logs per fence? Wow. That's very expensive. We're going to go chew through all of our logs. Do we want it to sort of be straight and then just sort of do that? Or do we want it to try and angle across? Because I don't think it's going to connect if we do that. Or it will if we do this. We can see if it connects, I suppose. If we do that. Hopefully it does connect via angles. If not, then we'll just do it the way I just showed. I'm not too sure we'll be able to have a door in a sort of angled way like this as well, so we're probably going to run into a few issues. So there we go. We've got this bit done. We kind of want to do the same on this side later on. I don't see the point of, like, I mean, may as well do it now. If we just go ahead and go to fieldstone. Flatstone, I mean. I keep running out of breath. It's really annoying. Very frustrating. Lack of fresh air. A lack of fresh air and proper exercise. That's what that is. Right, so as you can see, it doesn't really work the way we want it to. It probably would if we sort of zigzag it the way we did before. Showed you before, that is. So if we go to construction, utility, fence. What are you all doing? They're all just sort of going back and forth to the fences. It's really strange. That's used up so many logs already. And well, actually, they're probably all holding a ridiculous amount of logs. Okay, there we go. 6, 8, 10. There we go. They're all holding a lot. It's fine. Right, so here we go. It doesn't work still. That's a bit weird. I guess it's only going to work 3 across. So if we just go ahead and do what I did before. We'll get the miner there. And then we'll go back to construction, utilities, fences. So it probably is only going to work 3 across. I'd imagine. Good thing it's mining that one. Did we get the fieldstone sorted out here? I didn't, actually. I was working on the fences. If we go back to... flatstone, I mean. I keep saying fieldstone for some reason. I keep double checking it if I'm actually saying it right now. Right, there we go. Beautiful. Looking good. And then we'll do the same on this side. This bridge looks really nice. It's quaint. They get the job done quickly. And they can go ahead and do more work. That's good. So as you can see, the fences seem to only work 3 across. So I guess that's really what we're going to be having to do. So if we go back to fences. 2 right here. And then more like this. Not too bad. I mean, it's alright. It's not amazing. If we just let it do that first to see if it's actually going to work, that'd be pretty fantastic. Also, if we go to doors and get a fence gate set up. So it looks like a fence gate can go on this side right here. I'm not just sure how it connects with a fence gate. It doesn't look like very well. But if we have like a fence gate right here, and then another one on this side. We'll need something in the middle there. Like some stone of some sort, of wood of some form. So that's fieldstone. Full timber. I'll just have sort of a 2-pole full timber block right there. There we go. That's sort of working. Like sometimes they only have 1, but I think that's just part of the aesthetic. To sort of have it random. well, be random. So it looks alright. It was starting to get it set up. And then we'll actually be able to get a nice little farm set up right here. I think we're going to, like, sort of line it off right there. So if we get that sorted out first. If we go to... Actually, I kind of want to line it up with a building that we're going to have right here. So yeah, this sort of works. I like this. This block right here is perfect, actually. I'm sort of starting to think if maybe instead on these corners we can just have a nice block. But that wouldn't work anyway, so... Actually, let's not have that. So if we just pause, we want to be able to get this building set up. This is a very important thing, okay? It's going to be the first time that we actually have ourselves a nice building to, well, to look nice. Also, while we're setting this up, I want to know what fieldstone looks like. Yeah, I want to know what plaster looks like when it's on a roof type. So if we just do a simple roof design, not too much of a roof design, but if we just sort of, not the pale brick, timber plaster right there. And if we just sort of, what's the difference between non-chiseled and chiseled? That'd be pretty great if you could tell me that. Obviously, I'm probably only going to really see the difference when they're connected, because that's sort of where the chiseled version works. If we just see right here, we'll be able to show us roughly what it would look like. So it is just sort of a timbered plaster trimless, just looks like normal plaster. Alright then. I mean, makes sense, I suppose. That's what I was expecting. Timber plaster, so let's see. If we go 6 across right here, and then 4, and then this. And then what we can do is see what that looks like. I'm thinking it's probably not going to look properly like a timbered structure. A Tudor structure, but that it should sort of morph together fairly well. At the bottom here, I'm not too sure why it's just wood. Okay, it's starting to morph now. Okay, yeah, this is starting to look promising. I mean, that looks alright. It's not amazing. I'm wondering if it's probably going to end up looking a lot better if we have a roof with it as well. So if we just sort of go for a nice wooden roof. There's no point in me really doing the other side, but I guess we'll see what it's actually going to look like in the full version. In the full version, at the moment we're in the beta version, as you can see, the Tudor is sort of working its way with the roof itself. It's a little bit buggy, but at the same time, it works. Yeah, that looks pretty good, actually. It does end up looking quite like a Tudor structure, so I like that. That's going to look really nice. If we just mine that out, though, because we know what we're looking for, and if we pause, we'll be able to actually get this building set up. What are we going to do for it? It's a very good question. There's a lot we can do. I'm thinking, like I said before, like sort of wood. We don't really want any stone incorporated with it, and we don't really want to have any of this timbered brick incorporated with it as well, because otherwise the contrast with the walls and the actual building itself is going to look a little bit weird. People are probably going to start getting confused. I said that very quickly. So I'm thinking, yes, I do think we're just going to go for standard full timber right here. Actually, the bottom layer could be stone. Or fieldstone. Nah, fieldstone won't look too great. What about flat stone? Would a flat stone, like, surface at the bottom look pretty good? I'm thinking like the surface of the bottom's got to be a little bit different. But then at the same time... Ooh, that might look good with the timber brick now that I think about it. Well, no, because it won't properly align itself. Would it properly align itself? Look, we're doing a lot of work right now with the actual building itself to see how blocks incorporate themselves with one another. So if we just have this timbered brick mined or set up, actually that's a good point. What does timbered brick look like when it's? It would probably just look like brick, I imagine, wouldn't it? Alright, so if we just have sort of the normal, yeah, it just looks like brick. That brick looks pretty good, actually. Let's see what that brick looks like when it's connected with something else. I should have really done these tests beforehand, but oh well. I guess it's part of the process now. So if we have that, and then we just have some full timber connected to the top right here, will that connect in an interesting way? We'll do the same here and see what it looks like. I'm thinking it won't, but you never know. There might be some incorporations there with different block types. Also, it's getting kind of dark, and I'm thinking we're probably going to get attacked by something in a second. Doesn't look like it. Over here, looks like we're safe. Yeah, looks like we're alright. So let's see. It doesn't look like there's much incorporation going on right here with the full timber when it's connected to the timbered brick. But at the same time, that doesn't look too bad. That looks pretty nice, actually. Unfortunately, it's going to end up having an awkward contrast with the brick right here. But I am starting to think maybe we could go for this. This doesn't seem to work very well. This sort of trimless brick at the bottom there. So I'm not just sure if maybe we could keep that. Or have sort of like an outside block. There's a lot to think about right now. There is quite a lot. And I'm just trying to get it through my mind, as it were. It's getting dark as well, which is going to make our lives a little bit harder. We could, full timber, timber plaster. Timber plaster's got to be for the roof only. I like this. I like the timbered brick and the full timber, so I think that's what we're going to go for. Obviously, now, it's got to be 2 blocks up, the full timber, in order to get its final effect. The final form, as it were. So if we just go ahead and we'll need a connector here as well. I'm thinking if we just go to construction, utility scaffolding. If we just get like sort of a random scaffolding connector right there. Actually, it should be here. I reckon 2 blocks in would make it look promising. So if we just get that sorted out, then we'll be able to have it connect to a building, which will be this one. So if we just go ahead and actually try and get this set up. So we've got timbered brick. We want to have an interesting sort of shape for this building right here. And it's going to be this entire, well, not really the entire building, but we'll have sort of like a courtyard. We'll have a bunch of connectors, so it should look fairly decent. So if we just see what we can do here with the timbered brick, we're just going to go ahead and we'll have like a 3 across, and then a 7, and then another 3. How would that look? Not too shabby, I suppose. Oh, we just stick to this. Do we want to do the same on the other side? Probably not. But I'm thinking this should also go 3 ahead, but then sort of stick out a little bit more on this side. Like this. No, yeah? Or like that. And then it should go along like this. And then that bit can stay out. We'll stick it out here a little bit more on these 2 layers just to make it look a little bit interesting. And then what we'll do, we'll have sort of a door here and a door here. We don't want a door along... Actually, no, we can have a door along here. Now that I think about it. There's 3 ways to get into this sort of storage shed. It's going to have a 2nd floor, which well, that's where most of the storage is actually going to be. And I guess now we'll just sort of flatten this bit off. Or we could just do this, which would probably make it look pretty good, actually, now that I think about it. Or we could just stick that bit out. Nah, not really. I think that looks good enough the way it is right now. As for this bit right here, I like the door sort of being right here. I like it sticking out, though. So I think the doorways will be sticking out by 1. There we go. This is the full timber right here. And it's a very, like, oddly shaped building. But I think that's going to help with the aesthetic. So I'm not too sure I mind that too much. And also I'm starting to think if maybe the layers around the doors could be something else. I think we'll just get rid of those right now. There we go. And we'll have like something go around them. So I think that looks pretty good. If we just go ahead and get them to actually work on this. Now we want to get the floor done as well. But that can get done sort of in post or something like that. Floors? We don't want to work on floors. It's ridiculous. We'll leave the scaffolding in there. And we want to get some scaffolding set up, actually. It's going to use up quite a lot of bricks. Quite a lot of wood, that is. So maybe we want to get, like, a 2nd carpenter to work on the timber creation. Who's a good carpenter? Now, we've already got 1 person. I think it's Cakeling. Yeah, it is Cakeling. Nelria is apparently... Wow, no one's really done much carpentry. We've got a stonemason, though, level 20. Stone's not really a priority right now, so I'm just going to change you, Beatrix, into a carpenter. And I'll go ahead and let you make some more timber. So let's make 500 timber. Probably a bit too much. But we're mining quite a lot from these trees. We're chopping down a good amount of trees, so we'll just go ahead and let them do more chopping. That should be great. We should also get this area set up. There we go. They're getting all the construction done around here. If we go back to construction and get some scaffolding set up. The scaffolding will work once we get the doorways in. I don't really want the scaffolding right there in the corner, but I guess I'm too late now.